We haven't started yet.
Well, we're still, yay.
This is the pre-secret agents. Just a little behind the scenes. Nobody ever gets to see. Ready?
Sherry's eating roses.
Are you ready to begin?
ready.
Shall we let them in?
Let's let them.
Okay.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either. I'm so excited. I can't remember how to let people in. Okay.
Not there.
Rosemerry. We'll let you all in.
Here,
Oh,
go to
view. Hi, everyone. This is the
No,
replay.
sweetheart.
No, I know. I'm talking I'm just talking to the replay people to let them know why we're
oh my God.
yay.
Hey, friends.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Oh, it's wonderful to see you. We have you muted just for now. We're going to unmute you soon. Oh, it's so wonderful. Look at these beautiful people.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Rue. Hey, Judith. Hey, Bruce. Hey, Mom.
Oh, look at all you beautiful people.
Hello, Mark. Hi,
Yay.
Petey. Hi, Lynette.
Hi. Oh, I love it.
Welcome, friends. If you don't mind going ahead and turning it on your video so that we can see you and everyone.
Look how many beautiful secret agents we have on a Saturday morning.
Maybe Saturday morning is good for secret agents. Raise your hand if you think Saturday morning is a good time for a secret agent mission.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right. And there's Patricia. Hi, Patricia.
Actually, let's
Hi, Kay.
we do have the chat open if everybody anybody wants to say hi in chat. How exciting.
You can notice that Sherry and I are in a very giddy, goofy mood this morning. I know that's a surprise.
We're also together. Did anybody know? Oh, hi, Anita. I saw Anita just posted in chat. We're together, which is probably partly why we're a little, it's actually discombobulating.
It is a bit, but are you ever combobulated? I mean, that's one of the things about that word, discombobulated, is that it's.
I rarely feel combobulated.
I don't think anyone does. Well, welcome, secret agents. If this is your first time with us, and even if it's not, we'll start like this. We'll start by telling just a little bit about the story of how secret agents began. Then I will read a poem, and from that poem, our amazing co-spy master Sherry is going to weave a prompt that she will give to everyone, perhaps even a double-pointed prompt, and then we will open it up for conversation, just brainstorming, thinking about ways to carry out this secret mission. And then we'll all leave, go out into the world to do beautiful, amazing things, and then report back on our Facebook group.
Yay.
All right.
Do you want to tell the story, just a quick version of how we got started?
Here's the quickest version I can do. I'll try it. So this all began a few years ago when I got in the mail a letter from someone I did not know, and it had in it $5 and a little card, and it said something like, "Your poems have meant so much to me, and I'm on a practice right now of spreading abundance, and I just thought I would send you $5 to let you know that your poems matter in my life." And I thought, that's crazy. That's amazing. And so I wrote a poem about it. And the poem, I think the title of the poem was Secret Agents of Change.
Yes.
Secret agents.
Oh, secret agents.
Secret agents. And the poem was all about what just happened. And it was for Sherry. It was the person who had sent me a lovely card. And then Sherry contacted me. Is that how it went?
Yes. So do you mind if I jump in?
Jump in.
And let's keep an eye. I just want to make sure we're letting people are coming in. It's so fun. Welcome to everyone who just joined us. So what happened was I saw that amazing poem and you posted it online. And then I saw in the comments, people had said, I want to be a secret agent. I want to be a secret agent. And it just dropped in for me, like how amazing it would be to literally have a whole group of wonderful secret agents. And so it was very courageous of me, I might say, to reach out to you because you're like, you know, I was like a big fan, right? You were a rock star. Oh. You still are. But you said yes.
And she said, let's make it Secret Agents of Change, which we immediately got into. We thought that's exactly what we want to do. We've done many, many, many. If you've done more than
Yes.
5 Secret Agents of Change missions, raise your hand.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mom, have you not?
Paul, I see.
You think you've done less than 5? Oh, only 3? Okay.
I saw Paula. I saw Patricia.
If you've done more than 1 Secret Agent of Change mission, raise your hand. Yeah.
So if this is your first, raise your hand.
Let's see who's on their first mission. Welcome, everybody.
Oh, we're so happy. We're so happy to see all of you. This is awesome.
We really do have a pretty good time.
I know.
So,
ready?
should we jump in with today's mission? All right, I will start with reading today's poem. And this is, by the way, Operation Thank You. Oh, come on. Here we go. So the title of the poem, it's a little bit long, is To Whomever Anonymously Sent Me a Book of Poems in the Mail. This is a poem from March of 2019.
You may wish to call back later.
Before 2020, imagine that there was a time.
7 days a week.
From a brown envelope sent by Amazon, I pull out Bread and Miracles, a book of poems I've admired for years. I wrote the author long ago to tell her I love her poems, the way she makes devotion of earthworms and camas lilies. But there is no way to explain why her words arrive here in my own kitchen except through some miracle, which is, I suppose, another name for kindness. Whoever you are, sweet sender of poems, thank you. Thank you for knowing exactly what book I might like to receive, though I've never told anyone. Thank you for knowing there would be a day when a dear man died, and I would need to remember that goodness thrives, that generosity flourishes, that there are people out there who, out of pure benevolence, extend themselves to others. There is a fairy tale in which breadcrumbs are insufficient to save a brother and sister, but they are saving this woman. And though I don't know where the trail began, I follow it forward, saying thank you, thank you, thank you.
Could you read it for us again?
I will read it one more time.
I love hearing
And you know, the second time you were saying something.
I just love hearing you read it, and I'm sure that everyone else does. And it's just my ulterior motive of doing this whole thing is to just get to hear you read your poems.
Okay. Well, and I particularly like having poems read twice. The second time, I always think just close your eyes and just listen to the poem. Just let it meet you wherever you are. To whomever anonymously sent me a book of poems in the mail. From a brown envelope sent by Amazon, I pull out Bread and Miracles, a book of poems I've admired for years. I wrote the author long ago to tell her I love her poems, the way she makes devotion of earthworms and camas lilies. But there is no way to explain why her words arrive here in my own kitchen except through some miracle, which is, I suppose, another name for kindness. Whoever you are, sweet sender of poems, thank you. Thank you for knowing exactly what book I might like to receive, though I've never told anyone. Thank you for knowing there would be a day when a dear man died and I would need to remember that goodness thrives, that generosity flourishes, that there are people out there, like secret agents, who, out of pure benevolence, extend themselves to others. There is a fairy tale in which breadcrumbs are insufficient to save a brother and sister, but they are saving this woman. And though I don't know where the trail began, I follow it forward, saying, thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's so beautiful.
Of course, it's a true story that someone sent me Lynn Unger's collection of poems, Bread and it was very, I just remember thinking, wow, that's so thoughtful.
Yeah.
And it did have a profound effect, you know, for someone to send something without expecting anything back. Like they didn't even expect thank you back, which
Yes, you
the
are.
title of the book is Bread and Miracles. Bread and Miracles.
Quality
It's
of service
fabulous.
prevention.
It's a
What can I
fabulous
do
book.
for you today, Nora?
I got a text just
and
a few minutes ago
I-
from, it says American Express will
Well,
never
I'm
call
gonna
you
let
for this
Sherry talk a little
code
bit about
for
how that's going
online
to
use
lead us
only.
into.
Call this number
Okay.
now if you did not
While I'm doing
request
this,
or
would
if you
you
released
mind
it to someone who
admitting
called
me,
you.
I will. I'll be the
So we
And I
admitter.
want
did not.
everyone to come.
I'm the
All
admitter.
right, not a problem. Let me go to look into it
You
for
are
you.
the great
Confirm your
admitter.
address for me, please.
So.
6348
beautiful home.
darling.
Thank you. Right, and what a
Sharon
beautiful example.
Hills
And
Road,
so that is
Charlotte
our secret mission.
28210.
So think
And
about
you said
someone
you got
who
this by
has
email?
changed
I
your
got a
life.
text just at 12:02.
A text.
Oh, someone needs to, okay, thank you. Oh, thank you all. I
Let me
wonder why
look
we're
over
not
the
hearing.
details here for you, okay, Noreen? Keep
Can
in mind you
can
are
everyone please,
protected.
oh,
Just bear with me while I retrieve
see.
your information,
Hold
okay?
on. Yeah, if you, that's awesome. Sorry.
It should show up right here, sweetheart.
Oh. How is it now? Can you guys let us know in the chat? Can you hear us? Okay, were you able to hear Rosemary's poem? Oh.
Yeah.
Because really, that's what. All right, awesome.
I'll take care of it.
Oh, it's funny that we can't hear.
We didn't hear it.
Okay,
All right, darling.
so
As on to the mission.
think about someone who has changed your life. Is that okay? Can you hear me? You guys are great. And by changed your life, it could mean a kind word when you really needed it. It could mean a helping hand when times were tough. Perhaps this person has been a role model, someone you've always looked up to. This person could be a friend, a family member, a colleague, or anyone you know. It could also be someone you've never met, an author, a dancer, a spiritual teacher. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, which we always hope you will, is to write them a thank you letter anonymously, just like how Rosemerry received that book with no name on it, no sense of who it was from. We want you to write a thank you letter, no return address, no indication it's you. Maybe you type it so that they don't recognize your handwriting if they know your handwriting. Offer gratitude and appreciation in a way that reflects that person's spirit. Sign it from the universe or just sign it from a friend. Let them think that everyone they pass could be the sender of that love. So your extra special double secret agent mission is to do like Rosemary's secret person did. And actually, instead of a letter, you could send a book in the mail or some music or anything. And again, just do it anonymously.
Intuiting maybe something specifically that you know that they would love.
Good point.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
whoever sent that knew me well enough
Yes.
to know she would love this book of poems.
Yes, I know that's
Yeah.
a really good point. Yeah, to really sit with them in your heart.
Yeah. Like that was a very, like, how would someone know that? I mean, they must have, yeah. So
Yeah.
sorry. Keep going. Sorry, I jumped in.
That jumping in is good. The only last thing, let them wonder and imagine the whole world's kindness. And I also wanted to speak a little bit about a personal experience of this, that every year on my birthday, I send as many letters as the year I'm turning in that many days. So just turned 58, I'm doing 58 letters in 58 days to 58 strangers. And they come anonymously. So I sign them from the universe. There's no return address. And I was just saying to Rosemerry the other day that part of the beauty of that is that there's no expectation of anything coming back. It's just this beautiful way of sending love into the world. And there's something about that that's very different than, there's nothing wrong. We love, right? We all love sending thank you notes. We love receiving them and we love knowing who they're from. But when it comes anonymously, just like I said in the prompt, whoa, something big happening here. When it comes anonymously, there is kind of this sense of, was it you? Was it you? Was it you? You just have this sense that the whole world loves you. At least that's my imagination.
Yeah, there's a sweet mystery to it.
Yeah.
So I think should we open it up and have people talk about some
Yes,
ideas?
yes. And before we do, let me just say one thing that dropped in for me this morning about this, which will, it's a tiny little idea, which is that I recently listened to a podcast by Anderson Cooper. And I don't know if any of you heard it, but it was beautiful. He was talking about grief, and he was in his mother's apartment clearing it out because it had just been sold. And it was beautiful. And I was crying many times throughout it. And I'm going to send an anonymous note through somehow to find his production or whoever, and really from the bottom of my heart, thank him. So that's what I'm going to do for my mission.
Right?
Are you still thinking about it?
I'm still thinking about it. I'm thinking about it, friends. I mean, I think one thing too that we could talk about in our conversation is the value of anonymous versus not. Like our whole fairy, the whole fairy lights. Fairy light. By the way, the fairy lights is our band. We've got the outfits down.
We don't play it. I don't play any musical instruments yet, but we're starting a band.
But we started a band. Secret Agents of Change began because of a thank you that did have your name on it. So obviously there's good things that come from that too. So we could maybe debate, the back and forth between why give anonymously or why, thank someone and reach out with your name. So
yeah, but at this point today, we just decided to have everyone practice with the anonymous to see what that feels like.
Because we are secret agents.
And I just wanted to address what Ada had said. Am I saying that right?
Aida.
What if someone asks you if you were the one who sent the note? Beautiful question, right? It's up to you. I often will just say, what? In as straight a face as I possibly can. I don't know.
I think there's so many ways to do this right, friend.
Yes.
So many ways to do it right. Maybe you let them know, maybe you don't.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, Rosemerry did this. We forgot to mention that you embroidered these.
I did do that.
All right, I'm going to give everyone the option to unmute yourselves. You can also use the raise hand feature if it's at the under the reactions button. And that way we might be able to see you a little easier. And we can also see the chat.
So if you have some ideas about someone who's made some difference in your life, Sherry and I really went around that language, by the way. Does it have to be a positive difference? Someone who's made a difference, and some way you can think of a way to reach back to them. Lynette, I see you have your hand up. And then Mom, you can be next. And then Kay.
Oh, good. Hi, Lynette.
My first time. I just did something not even knowing that what this was about. But you know how kids get ghosted for Halloween? So I ghosted my friends with the little package Halloween treat bag and put it on their doorsteps. That's my idea.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Thank you. I hadn't actually heard that verb, but that's a great way to, I was thinking it was something else. So when you say ghosted them, you mean that you put little bags full of treats?
Yeah. I put, I gave them either a shirt or a sweatshirt that I knew they would like, and a candle and candy, and left it on their front doorstep.
Okay.
Lynette, that is so great.
Not only a secret agent, but also an intuitive. I mean, that was very good. Well done.
Yay. You are meant to be here. Love it.
Great idea, Lynette. Okay. So everybody, the part of the reason we love to do this is that it does allow for everyone else to have, just steal everyone else's ideas. Just take whatever Lynette did or whatever anyone else shares and think, yes, I could do that too.
Exactly.
All right. Mom, I think you're next.
Yes. And mine, unfortunately, more than a great idea is how do I get around the fact that I'm the only person that anybody I know knows who lives in Rome, Georgia. So how do I?
That's a good, here's what I do sometimes. Great question. I sometimes send the oops, let's let this person, can you like that?
Yeah.
I sometimes send it already addressed with a stamp, no return address, but I send it to my mom and have her put it in her mailbox.
That's very surreptitious of you.
Well, because it's a great point. I'm so glad you brought that up, because depending on where you live, it might be very obvious. And so you could do that, just send it to anybody, or when you're traveling, if you happen to be in the next town or whatever, but great question.
I believe once before we had secret agents direct message each other in Facebook the addresses for the other
Yes,
people, so
we
that
did.
you could actually trade with someone else. So maybe in Facebook, you could, in our Facebook group, find someone and direct message each other addresses so that you could cross-pollinate your mission.
Or you can send them to me. I mean, that's another thing, right? I'm happy to, if anybody, and I can give anybody my address and
that's a
I'll
good
plop them in my mailbox. And that's, but I'm so glad you asked that, because that is a great point.
Good.
Good thinking.
Let's see, Kay, Krista, you had your hand up. Hi, Kay.
Hi, good morning. So good to see you, and thank you so much. I love this idea, the concept in general, and I love the secret aspect of it, just because, like you said, people I think will look like, "Ooh, did they send it? Did they send it?" And I don't know. It feels like people will pay more attention to the beauty around them when they're wondering, "Are you the one? Are you the one?" I misunderstood the question we're addressing, so I was going to tell you about who I was choosing.
Yes.
Okay. Many years ago, I went to see Rumi's Caravan, a troupe of poetic speakers who, in the oral tradition, offer poetry learned by heart. And it was so inspiring that I contacted the main person, and they invited me to a salon in their living room, an informal opportunity to offer poetry only by heart, no reading. And it struck a core of gold in me that I just was on fire and started memorizing poetry and going to these informal salons, and then was invited to join their troupe, the troupe that inspired me in the very beginning, that my love of poetry. So I want to send him something anonymously. Plus, he brings so much beauty into the world for so many people. I love the idea. I might send him several over time.
Okay.
Why stop with one?
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. And I see, this is what I love so much about this group. Like, I've actually not done that, like anonymously, like one a week or something for a while. Like, what a great idea to really make someone feel like, what is going on? Who loves me?
Yeah, it's very sweet. I was thinking earlier that it can't be food. I think because if somebody sent you a bunch of cookies and you didn't know who they were from, that would be, I don't know. Like, I think,
good point.
I'm sad
I'm sad too, but
that I thought that, but I guess I thought that.
and I'm actually glad that you said that, though, because that is, like, sometimes people do like to offer, homemade banana bread or something, and it is too bad, but if we don't know who made it. Yeah. Good point. See,
All right,
this
well.
is what the power of community. Peter.
Peter just wrote in the chat bar, "You're one of my heroes, so pretend you don't see my name. I think you're amazing."
Who said that? Somebody said,
I don't know who that was.
wow, someone just sent us anonymous love.
I can't believe I said that someone's name out loud first. I should have read the full thing.
Okay, who else has something coming up? It could be a question, it could be an idea, it could just be telling us about the person that you're going to surprise. We love hearing that too. You want to sing while they're
I recently wrote a thank you letter to Gregory Orr, who wrote a poem that really has been a good companion for me since my son and dad died. So I didn't send it to him. I just sent it to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
That's actually not the spirit of this mission, I suppose. Everybody knew I wrote it. All right. That was the opposite of this mission.
Come on,
Bad
we know,
example.
we know that one of you, even if you just want to jump in and say hi, it's great to, oh,
Here's our Pamela.
Well, so this is coming at it from a very different point of view. This is coming, Rosemary was talking about like the reaction. So I led a retreat in 1983, and at the retreat, we wrote letters to ourselves, and then they were put in a big basket. And each one of us had to take, we addressed them to ourselves. Each one of us had to take one of them. And then whenever the Spirit moved us, send the letter. Now, that was 1983. I got the letter I wrote to myself 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks.
Wow.
whoa.
And, you know, just seeing the difference in who I am in all those years, but also the wonder of a person hanging on to this for 20 something years, trying to decide, okay, shall I send it or not, was just so overwhelmingly exciting to me. So I'm just sharing that story in the sense of, you know, like the serendipitousness of us as secret agents, you know. So if you don't get around to doing it, don't worry about it. So I just had to share that story.
Oh, Pamela.
That's right. Never too late to do it. Even if you think of the mission 20 years from now.
Right. Right.
Oh, I love that. Thank you. And Kathy, we saw that you were unmuted. Do you want to, yeah, jump on in.
So I haven't done this before, and I wondered, is there a time limit, or not a limit, but, and then do we come back and share what we did, or it just goes out into the universe and that's it?
No, great point. And first of all, welcome. We're so glad to have you. No time limit. Typically, people do it within the next few days or the week. But you know what? We have a Facebook group. And if you've received our emails, there should be a link in there. And I'll send something out later today again. But so what happens, and this is such a beautiful part of it, is that even though there's secret missions to everybody else in the world, we do share in our Facebook group. So people come back and, oh, it's so much fun to see what people do, how it felt, you know, and sometimes people share photos. So yes. And again, though, you know, the Facebook group is always open. We may not be in there, you know, all the time after the missions are over, but we do check. And if you post in a month or 2 months or 2 years.
And people definitely do that. We definitely get people posting, you know, from reporting back from a mission, you know, week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks later. Probably most of the energy happens within the first few days, but then it's so lovely, you know, 2 weeks later. Oh, by the way, this is how this mission played out just now. So
I love your phrase about doing it right.
So many ways to do it right.
I love that.
So many ways to do it right.
Who else wants to jump in?
Any ideas about who you want to send something to? Oh, we have Mark from the UK. Hi, friend.
Hi, hello. Wonderful to see you. I received a wonderful gift 2 days ago when listening to Jack Cornfield, which I've determined to use in precisely situations like this. And I address each one of you with these words from an 18th century Buddhist. How wonderful you are in your being. I delight that you are here. I delight that I'm here. I take joy in your good fortune, and may your happiness continue. I'll put that in the chat. So
yes. Oh, yeah.
Both listen to Jack Cornfield if you want to. He's really talking about things which will awaken and activate the heart, which I'm trying to do at the moment because I'm deeply asleep. But I'll put that in there. And I address that to each of you quite sincerely. I'm glad to be here. Very glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Can I ask that you please say that one more time for us?
How wonderful you are in your being. I delight that you are here. I take joy in your good fortune, and may your happiness continue.
May your happiness continue.
And I'm not going to use those words every time. I'm going to adapt them to whoever I'm addressing. And because I'm in England and we're not really into happiness much, I will have to do some qualifications like how wonderful you are in your being. And I know that. I delight that you are here, and I hope you delight that you are here too. And I take joy in your good fortune, and if you're not aware of your good fortune yet, I do hope that you will awake to it. And may your happiness continue, and if it is not at the moment that you're feeling happy, you will, and may you soon.
Well qualified. Way to know your listeners. Oh, that's beautiful. You know, what a nice idea, Mark, to whether you send something like that or adapt it, right?
Yes.
But to not just send them your own words, but maybe send them someone else's words too. A beautiful phrase like this from Jack Cornfield. Really nice. Aida, I see you have your hand up.
I do. There are a lot of people who flowed through my mind that I have no idea how I can get their address. So what I was thinking of was taking a time period with a candle that says thank you or something, and just thank each one of them from that place, just in the ethers, and assume that it'll go wherever it needs to go. So that's what I'm thinking for people like, I'm trying to think, it's terrible. My mind is full of blanks these days. Why can't I think of her? She wrote this book called Woman Between Worlds. Anyway, she's a wonderful person, and I'll have to look up her name, but I can see her face. And anyway, I just think I would like to do that.
I have a couple of thoughts. First of all, if you really wanted to send something to someone who is an author, you can always send it to their publisher, and their publisher will get it to them. So that's thought one. But thought two is that is gorgeous.
I know.
That's so beautiful. That just very energetic. I feel as if I personally know, we were just talking about this yesterday, how I felt myself when I was grieving, especially in that first, year after Finn and Dad died. I felt people sending love to me. I knew it was coming from strangers, and I knew it was coming, and it mattered so much. Like, I just feel like I know so deeply how much that matters to be giving that dedicated love, energy, time. And what a gorgeous way to make mission come to life. Thanks, Aida, for saying.
Yeah, it's Apila, Colorado. That's who it is. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. That is so beautiful. So beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And I saw Ruru.
Rue.
Yep. And then Patricia after that.
Can't hear you yet.
Here, there we go.
That was my question. Hi. I
Rue.
want to take the last two suggestions even further and run to Michael's and get some 5x7 matted mats and put a poem within them, or say something like your love, so they can choose to put it in a frame and see it every day, or a quote that I know might be appropriate for that person. That's what I want to do. People.
Oh,
People.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yep.
I love that. I love
Beautiful.
that. Yeah. Thank you so much.
And Patricia.
Hi, you guys. I just got the idea that I'm going to write to Leonard Cohen, and he's probably one of the top 5 people that have made a difference in my life. He touches me, and I love his deep, resonant, rugged, sexy voice. And lately, there's a song called Take Me to the Edge of Love.
Mm-hmm.
Take me to the edge of love. Yeah. And there is a phrase in there called, I don't sing very well, but here it is. La, 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 la. And somehow or another, I am so connected with those phrases, it's become my morning and evening meditation. And I'm going to ask him if he will be a soul friend to me and send me guidance through his songs, like which are the ones where I can get the most meaning. So thank you for the inspiration to get that idea.
Beautiful, Patricia. And thank you for singing to us.
I know, that was so beautiful. I love that. And thank you also. Like, I love hearing who people are going to send their letters to. It makes it all the more personal. Case. Well,
you can still send it.
You
can still send it.
You can
Thank you,
still
Kay,
send it.
for letting us know.
And actually, that is a point. And I have done this too. I have written to people that have touched me that I never had the chance to do while they were still on this planet. And I just put their name to so-and-so and put it in the postal box, you know, because there's just something, I don't know. I feel like again, back to the energy that, you know, the love gets there. The love gets there.
I've written lots of love letters to Rilke. He's been dead a long time.
Yeah. Do you put them in the postal box?
No.
Oh.
I send them into the world.
Okay. Yeah. So many ways, right? Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, Robin, hi.
Hey, Rosemary, thank you for your poetry. It's such a gift. Such a gift. So my friend Beth is on here as well, and she is the one that sent me your poetry. But I have a story about her and also just an idea for people. Many years ago, when I was a new mother, Beth sent me a subscription to a little homespun journal called Soul Gardening Journal for Mothers, but she did it anonymously. And this journal arrived with poetry and stories and these mothers that had written to support other mothers. It was so fun to try and figure out who sent this to me. And it made it, that little journal, so much more precious because there was all this mystery surrounding it. So just an idea of sending a subscription or a book to someone. I joined late, so maybe you suggested these things, but there was such mystery surrounding that, so it made it more precious.
Oh,
There.
Robin,
That's beautiful.
Thank you. That's like a beautiful testimonial. We could have planted her, couldn't we?
Way to go, Beth. Way to be a secret agent
Yeah.
long before it even existed.
And I just want to underscore, because Robin, that is exactly like I think the extra beauty of when it's anonymous, right? Like it just adds this layer. And so thank you. Thanks for sharing that.
And there again, it was somebody who knew enough about you to know what would be very meaningful, right? That this is something that you would really benefit from, that would be special to you. So there's that little piece. Thank you for sharing. Thanks again, Beth, for being that friend. And Lori, and then Paula.
Yeah, I just am inspired to send my sister, who is a physician, a book I just read called Kitchen Table Wisdom. It has a lot of short stories. I don't think my sister has time to read much, but because they're short stories, I think she might have time to pick it up. And it just talks about the beauty of being a physician and how they can impact on so many levels their patients. And I don't know, I think she could really appreciate that. And then the other thing was brought up earlier, that sometimes the letter or the thing you want to write to is to someone that's already gone from this earth. And I wanted to share a quick story, if I can make it quick, of a friend of mine that just passed away. I grew up with him, and I heard that his parents were going out to see him because he wasn't doing too well. And so I wrote a letter in hopes of dropping it off to them so they could take it in person to him. And I didn't get there in time. They left earlier than expected, and he did pass away. And I felt kind of bad that he didn't get to hear my words and my love, written in that letter. So I put it on Facebook to our class of 79. And I said in there, every time somebody reads this, I hope he hears it out in the ethers. And after he passed away and I was feeling sad, my husband said, let's go ride a bike. And we were riding bikes and I saw this beautiful currant plant shining in the light. And I took pictures of it. In fact, I had to circle back to go take pictures of it. I was so drawn to it. And later in the week, I went to just kind of mourn and grieve a little bit more at my favorite tree in the neighborhood. And, I specifically went to think about Doug and to just give my heart time to just let it feel. And I went to this tree and I was circling it, and it's a tree I go to quite often. And all of a sudden I looked up into the center of the tree where it branches out, and there was a currant plant growing right out of that. And it was like his message back to me practically, that he loved me too, and that the universe loved me. And it was just a precious moment. So thanks for letting me share that.
Thank you, Lori.
Oh, thank you, Lori. That was beautiful.
Yeah, I love the idea about your sister, about sending that book to her, just knowing how that's going to, what that'll mean to her. And also what a beautiful story about the ways that we can give love at any time to anyone that we love. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
And how they can give us love back too, how we can find those messages. Paula Lip, how about you? Hi, I know you don't feel good. Thanks for being here, Bunny.
Of course. I wouldn't miss it for anything. So I want to kind of emphasize a little bit about what Robin was saying about the joy of receiving something that's anonymous, that is obviously from someone that knows you. The last couple of months my husband and I had to move his mom into a memory care unit and his dad into a retirement home, and just that whole process and trying to get the house, their house, ready to be sold. And it was an exhausting week. And when we got home, in the mailbox, there was a gift certificate from a local restaurant with a little note that said, this is from a friend of yours who thought you would, that you could use this when you're exhausted. And I have no idea who it was from. It was mailed from the little local restaurant where this friend purchased the gift certificate. And it meant so much to have that, to know that somebody out there, saw what we were going through, and here's a way to help. So that's just one. That's an idea that I thought would be, something I would share with everyone. Kind of, Miss Juliet, you said you're from Rome, and so if it comes from Rome, that might be a way that folks could. If you know a bakery in a town where someone you want to send this to, or a local restaurant or a local shop, so you're helping local businesses and also you're still being anonymous. So anyway, that's just my little suggestion.
Paula, that is brilliant. I love, oh my gosh, thank you. Right. So because all we have to do is Google that person's town. Oh my gosh, that is a perfect way to do this. I love the wisdom.
That was a great idea.
This community.
How sweet. How nice that someone did that for you and Bill.
And what I really love is that anonymous person who did that for you is here with us, serving us, I want to say thank you, send a moment of love to that person. They're like a secret agent with us. So
that's really sweet.
I love it.
In person, it's occurring to me that you can do it actually in person. There's I know where our post office man goes to get his snacks. So I have gone before ahead of time and paid for his snacks at the little snack store. so that when he comes, the snack is there waiting for him. So you can also, like, if you happen to, like, you could just do it right there. If you're friends with, I don't know if you could do it everywhere. If I live in a small town and that makes it easier,
But that's that is a great idea. I love that.
Yeah. Any other, the mom's got her hand up again, and then Peter.
I just wanted to thank the last contributor for coming up with a solution to my problem, but also reminding me of the ripple effect of what we're doing, because someone sent something anonymously to you, you sent something anonymously to somebody else. You look at how many secret agents there are here, and I just wonder how many times that's going to be multiplied.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks, Mom. Let's see. We have Peter and then Sue. Oops. Let's see if we can help that. We're going to send you an invitation to unmute.
Peter, do you see something where it says where you can unmute? Huh. Oh, wait, there you are.
You almost were on.
Try again.
You're so close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm technologically insufficient for sure. So this is, I hope this isn't too self-serving. I was just thinking about everybody talking about sending letters to those our loved ones who passed. And I remember seeing a couple places where people do this, and then they'll read it out loud, and then they'll set it on fire, like in a bowl or something, kind of this ritual, like sending it into the ether. You were saying that, Sherry. And there's a day of the year coming up that is known as the Day of the Dead. There might be somebody in the group who has a birthday on that day. Anyway, I thought it might be fun if somebody really wants to do that, if that's what they're thinking about doing, that would be a perfect day to do that on.
Mm.
And there might be somebody in the group who might appreciate that.
Oh,
that's a great idea.
That's beautiful.
That's a
Peter.
beautiful idea. Nice
Sorry.
time.
And by the way, Peter, it was Peter, right? That we were just talking about yesterday, that we were just recalling, which is another ripple effect of what you were all doing. When you put the gift certificate on the garbage cans and I just want to say, like, so we don't really know like how much things ripple, right? Julie just mentioned that it's like, but Peter, so just, I don't know if your ears were ringing yesterday, but I was saying how much I loved that mission.
So I'm glad you brought that up, because that's another thing I do whenever we have these. I'll put another thing out there for them. And they still put my garbage can up next to my house after I was the one they put my garbage can in my house. So I have this like secret thing going on with the garbage man.
Which is a great book title,
Secret thing with the garbage man.
No.
I love
Did
that.
I'm sorry, I don't want to take this over, but did Rosemerry tell you, Sherry, that I had a dream where it was like there was like a basketball arena, a bunch of kids playing basketball. I look up in the stands and I see this silhouette, this hat and this hair, and I'm like, that's Sherry. And so I go running over there in my dream, which was, it takes like forever. Everybody's in the way, can't get there. And then you and Rosemerry are there. And so you gave me a hug, but then you had to go. So anyway, I had that. So you are making an impact somewhere on me.
You were in the dream.
I love that. Here, I'm gonna hug Rosemerry
No.
as if I'm hugging
Thanks.
you in your dream.
Thank you for hugging Rosemerry.
You guys, I love this. Oh, Sue, come on.
Okay.
Can you unmute?
Okay,
Yeah.
am I unmuted? Okay. I wanted to say that many, many years ago, something like 60 years ago, I got an anonymous puzzle in the mail. Somebody had glued a picture on a piece of like poster board and cut it up and sent it. And I thought, oh, that is perfect. I hadn't even thought of that until you said it. And it was so many years ago. I never did figure out who sent it. It was in the middle of the summer during a school year, but I think I would love to send somebody a puzzle. It's a puzzle as to who's sending it, right?
Sue, I love that. That's so awesome. And I do happen to know, just in case anyone wants an easy way out, I think Walgreens will do they have that whole photo center, and just in case anybody wants an easier way, I'm always kind of looking for the easy way out. But I love that. And I love your double entendre, sending a puzzle, and it's a puzzle. Who sent it?
And that it comes out of this act from 60 years ago, or from so long ago, right? That there was this sweet act of generosity so long ago, and that it's coming back. And that's beautiful too.
Can we take a moment again, just like we did before, and thank that person? Who sent that to Sue? We love you.
Yeah.
We love you.
That's a great story. Thanks, Sue.
Thank you, Sue.
Thank you.
Oh, you guys are amazing. I love this. I love what happens.
I do too. I end up feeling really good.
I know,
I end up having this sense of, oh, people are good.
People are good. People are good.
Just a heads up about what happens next. We have a few more minutes, but next I will get on as soon as we're done, and I'll put in our Facebook group the poem and also the prompt. And so those will be at the top of our Facebook page.
What? Christine, if you could mute yourself.
We can do it. Here, I can do it.
Oh, you're so good.
Sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay, and welcome. Hi. No, it's great. It's great. Echo, you know what? You're coming on with the echo was like the ripple effects of our secret agent joy.
So what will happen next is I'll put the poem and the prompt on the Facebook page. They'll be tagged to the top, and then you can either respond right there on those pages, or you can create your own, your own post about it.
And also yes, Kay. So also I will go ahead and upload this to YouTube. And if anybody needs, I can email that. In fact, I'll email hopefully you're all on the mailing. Yeah, I'll just email the whole group with that.
Okay, so it'll have the YouTube video of this plus the poem and the prompt, and that will all come into your inbox. Yep. Yeah, if you're not on Facebook, I know that makes it harder. You can also, if you are not on Facebook and you want to send us, either Sherry or me, you can just email it to us and we can put it onto Facebook for you if you'd like to have it shared in our group.
That can be really fun if you want to.
Anything else? Anyone else have an idea who you'd like to tell us who you're thinking about sending something to, or if you have a story of someone else who did something kind like that for you? Yeah, Kay.
I just wanted to say, I know I don't live in a place where you can pay toll for someone anymore, but I used to, when they had manned toll booths, I used to pay for the car behind me as I was going through. And it was just a fun way to, like, a little sparkle in someone's day. So if anyone knows where you can do that, it's a fun thing.
That is fun.
That is fun. Thank you so much, Kay. That is a great one. Love that.
Any other thoughts? Oh, Aida?
Related to that, in a restaurant, you could just offer to pay for the tab of somebody in a table next to you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's so beautiful. I love that.
So many ways to surreptitiously spread a little kindness. Anyone else?
I'm curious if anyone else has received something anonymously. We heard some beautiful stories and beautiful things that were received. I too have received books, and I love that. And sometimes you don't know, we were just talking about this because, they put a gift note in Amazon often. And sometimes Amazon forgets to do that. Maybe Amazon is like, maybe they're secret. They're like, we want to be a part of this. Never thought of that. But it's super fun, right? Because you get a book and it's sort of like, I don't know where this came from, but I just thought of that. I bet Amazon has like clued in.
I wish I thought you were right, sweetheart. Well, Thanks so much, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for showing up for each other and for other people in the world, spreading kindness. So grateful. Thanks, Sherry.
Oh, thank you, Rosemary. It's such a gift to be here with you live and to hear your words like right here in my ears and to see your faces. Please know how much it matters when you show up, because it's just, you can see we're just going to be giddy all day long from seeing you. And really, you matter so much.
We
You
look
matter.
forward to reading all the stories in the Facebook group. Thanks so much, friends. We'll see you soon.
Mwah. See you in the Facebook group or an email. Mwah.
Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone. Love you.